Hi, I'm John, and a lot of people have asked me to make an auto guide. So I'm going to make a guide on the auto clicker that I personally use, being Smart Auto Clicker. Now, if you think that you've seen an auto clicker guide from me before, it's actually just been your imagination, which is kind of strange that you're thinking about me so much. Which, if you are, you should subscribe. At the time I'm recording this, I'm like 6 subs away from 900 subscribers. Then we could start working to get 1,000. That'd be super cool. So yeah, if you aren't subscribed, you should subscribe because nobody else is going to tell you the things that I'm going to tell you. So anyways, we're going to have to break this down a little bit because it's it's not that complicated. So first, ignore the setup because it's kind of a pain to use this. So this is the program we're going to be using. It's literally called Smart Auto Clicker. Now, you can only use an auto clicker on Android or an emulator, and the emulator I'm personally using is Nox Player. That's just what it's called. If you're using it on your phone, or honestly, if you're just using it, period, the version I would recommend is version 1.5.1. However, the version that I have right here is version probably like 2 something. Advanced. Version 2.4.2. I wouldn't recommend this version. I'd recommend 1.5.1 just because it's very simple. But the principle is essentially the same. So once we open it up, you'll have to do some permissions and stuff, which is standard. And these are the scenarios. Basically, you'll just click this, go back to Puni. I gotta fix my setup because it isn't a lock. And then you'll just click it, and it'll start going. But obviously, we can't have it start going right now because I haven't taught you anything. So to create your own condition, scenario, you'll click this green button and then call it whatever you want. For this, I'll just call it tutorial. And yeah. So you can either have it be, whatever. Why does my dog walk every time I start recording one of these videos? Like, go away. So you can have it either be just like a normal auto clicker or have it be the smart auto clicker, which is what I personally recommend. So we'll save it and then we'll go ahead and start it. So once we start it, you'll have this little bar thing. You can move it around wherever you want. I personally recommend putting it in the top right because that's just the easiest way to get it to work. So what we'll do is we'll click on the stage and then go to this little gear. These are the events. This is basically just how you categorize what you like click. And then settings here, I go for like the speed, like 1,000, works pretty well. So here, we'll click this, and this is where it starts to get a little complicated. You're going to want to name what each thing is. For this, we'll call it start stage. This is what it's going to actually be looking for, or the condition. There are a lot of ways you can have conditions work. So once you click it, nothing happens. What you have to do is click this button up here, and it will then look for a picture to take. You can move this down a little bit, but as you'll notice, at least if you're doing it on emulator, it's a pretty small box. So in order to zoom in a little bit, press Control and then use the mouse wheel, and then it'll just start zooming in. And if you're on phone, obviously you can just click and drag. Pretty simple. So we'll look for this button right here. Very, very easy. And then the tolerance is, I don't mess around with it. I just use 4% and it works pretty well. So what it's going to do is look for this button on this exact position. You can also make it, the visibility be, it always clicks here if this is never on screen, which can be useful, but I never really use it. So then this is what it's going to do once it sees the action. So we'll click here, and then you'll have a good chunk of actions. Normally, you only use the click and the wait, maybe the swipe if you're doing like an ohajiki, like straight up swipe. So we'll do a click, and you can have it click either on a selected position wherever you want on the screen, or specifically click on the condition, so basically what it's looking at. So we'll do that, and then you'll have to select the condition specifically, which is why I like the other one better because it'll just click on any condition you have. And boom, it'll start clicking. However, there's kind of an anti-auto feature that Puni has. However, it's very easy to get around. All you have to do is do a click and then a wait of 500 milliseconds or something like that, and then do 2 more clicks back to back. Do on condition, go here, and then just do it again. I don't really know why this works, but it does, and it makes it very easy to just not get stuck on clicking. So very useful. And yeah, also it's a little laggy because my computer doesn't like me having an emulator up at the same time as trying to record, but it'll have to deal with it. So this is the team that I'm going to be running, and you're probably wondering, how are we going to get it to pop Puni? So what we're going to do is do a new condition called popping. We'll go here and look for the pause button. Yes, we're going to look for the pause button. You want to make sure that you don't have the background at all, because then it'll start not doing it during the next event, and you want this to be a universal setup. So then we'll go here, go click, and now we're going to click on the selected position at the top of the screen right here. So now we're just going to save the game real quick and then go to pause so I don't keep getting wailed on. And now we're going to go back to this position, to the scenario, and do more clicks. So we'll do here, click, position right about there probably would be another good spot. Pretty nice. Another click about here would be a pretty good spot. Maybe another one in the bottom right, just because. You want to get like common places where your Puni will fall, so that way you're clicking as fast as possible. And then what I like to do is do 2 more clicks. Well, for this certain scenario, it will be right here, I think. Yeah. No. Here. Yes. Oh yeah, I have to click the check mark. How do I forget that I have to click the check mark? And then do 1 more, and I'm going to do this one for Millium, which should be right there. So now if we go back to the stage and then start pressing this, we'll launch the Soultimate. Very, very simply. And as you can see, we've already won. I'll go into a little team building guide later in the video because it's very simple. So now we've cleared the stage and we're not going anywhere. So what you're going to want to do is go here and then click clear. Then go here, look for this position right here. This button in this position. This can be a useful one. Detection type, exact, all this stuff. Yeah. Clear, then go here, click on position here. These ones don't have the anti-auto clicker protection. It's literally just the start button. That's it. And then as you can see, because it has the OK, you'll want to make another condition. And then if you want it to be multiple conditions, all you have to do is look in this part right here, conditions all, click it, and then conditions 1. Basically, if both of those things are on screen, it won't do anything, but if only one of them is on screen, then it'll do something. And it's only on this certain position, so we can just save this, and then boom. So now that we've cleared the stage, we'll be able to actually put in the part that starts the stage. So here, we'll do this stage select, and then go ahead and make the conditions 1. So the reason that we do this after we clear the stage is because this is where our camera is going to be for like every time we clear the stage. So we're going to click it, we're going to zoom in as much as we can, just so that way, and then we're going to get the little pad thing that the boss is on. You don't want to get their Puni on screen because it's dynamic, it moves, so not very good for the auto clicker setup. Also, I apologize for the lag again. Then we're going to click on condition. No, not position. We're going to click on condition. Save it. Also, the time click, I just do 1 millisecond. It's fine. Under like 40 milliseconds, sometimes it'll say it can freeze your device. It's never happened to me, so you probably don't have to worry. And then there we go. Like literally, as simple as that. It took what? 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes, and now we have an auto clicker set up that will be able to win super easily. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how fast it's winning. And now and then you can just leave this and it'll be fine. It'll go for a really long time. However, there's kind of a problem with Smart Auto Clicker that sometimes deter people away from it. Problem one is that if you leave it going on an emulator, for some reason, it will just stop after a little while, which is weird. But there's this thing that I use on my phone. It's called a remote desktop. It's from Google, so you could just like install that, and then like every 3.5 hours, you can just click it and then like check it. If you see that your auto stopped, you'll just go back, turn it on, all that. Pretty useful. On a phone, it never does it. However, your phone has its own problem where after you auto all night, your phone might like be a little slow. It won't be able to like load YouTube videos in my experience. All you have to do is just restart your phone and then it'll be solved. Very simple. And there's also a problem where if, for example, somehow it started looking for the spirit, like started trying to buy spirit, it'll get stuck. So you have to see everything in order to make a condition. So if you're like, for example, after you've stolen a piece, you'll go here, you'll have to make a new scenario and call it, we'll call it treasure. We'll do one condition, go here, and look for this button right here. Look for this. I put it right about there. And now we're going to go to clicks, and we're going to put position, and make sure that you don't have it over either of these icons or over another stage. It can be a little difficult at times, but you can pretty easily do it. So now, once you steal a piece of treasure, I don't know, it probably doesn't work with this. So we'll have to go here. Nope. All. Well, here, now you can see me troubleshoot. Real time. We'll just delete this and then make a new condition. Look for it right there. Yes. I just hit my mic. Sorry about that. Click on position. We'll do it here just because then we really won't hit anything. And there. And then we're going to have to do another one. Just again, I'll just call this one treasure 2 because I'm not doing a click on condition. So we'll go here. Again, why it didn't work that one time, I don't know. But we're going to look for this button, save it, and now here is what I would do in this scenario. We'll make a click on the position here. Then we'll do a wait of 500 milliseconds. The reason that we're going to add the wait is so that way it doesn't double click and accidentally open up the score attack menu. So yeah, we got a piece of treasure. Cool, goes back, goes there, and does that. You can also add the wait for the for this treasure piece because as you saw, it tried to click on like the middle like treasure tab, so you can just add another wait right there, and then as simple as that, bada bing, bada boom. You now are able to auto click Y points, and it only took 14 minutes to get here. It's very simple once you like learn how the program works. It's very easy, not too difficult. I'd recommend turning off your Wi-Fi just to get the potential of sometimes Puni will just take forever to load, and it'll say, "Oh, we have a network error." It really doesn't, but you'll have to do that. You'll get that going. It's pretty simple. Very, very easy to get this going. And as you can see, it's struggling to click right here. Okay, of course. So 500 milliseconds, clearly not enough. If it'll pause it, God. The number that I use when trying to start the stage and putting the weight on is 1250. I know it sounds like a lot, but that's just the magical number that I found that gets it to work like every time. So I'll just leave this going because really? Okay. I thought I could just do it on the conditions, but no. So if you want it to, start clicking on the thing, this is the popping. Start the stage. So instead of clicking on condition, we want to click a selected position. For the first click, just put it somewhere. Then for the next 2 clicks, you want them to be on the same position. I'm going to go right here at the bottom of that V-shaped character kanji. I don't know what it is. I haven't learned Japanese. I do want to learn Japanese, but it's a very big commitment and I don't really feel like it. And then put it again right about here. So as you can see, it's struggling to start the stage. But now, hopefully, yes. I mean, obviously, I did it first try there. But I'll just leave this going because I know you have very low ADHD. So we can talk about the team real quick. So we have Goku Noko, obviously, because 5 extra Y points. Very useful. Blizzaria, not only because she has the new fastest Soultimate in the game, but she also has she's also got the Y point bonus. We have Million because she also has a super fast Ultimate and is of the same tribe. We have Wedding You as a start big character, and then we have I just have Komaki Komami because Unity, and it'll give me a little extra Y money. I also did this when I didn't have LB10 Blizzaria because she wouldn't quite one shot. You can replace Komaki Komami with the current events. What? Y point bonus. Sorry. Yeah, hiccups. So yeah, as you can see, it'll just go. It'll go until it stops. It's very fast. We use an emulator instead of our phone because, well, one, you very likely use your phone in day-to-day life, and you can just leave the house and it'll still be on. And we'd also use it because it's just faster. It loads the game faster than your phone does because, of course, it does. So yeah, this is kind of just what I've been doing for a good while. Pretty useful. Look, it just keeps going. As you can see, it tried to get stuck there, but then with the pause and the double click, got it to work really well. It's weird. It's definitely just straight up anti-auto clicker detection. Except they don't actually detect anything. So let's go over some actual cons of auto clicking. Will you get banned because you auto click? No. The only way you'll get banned is if you just directly mess with the in-game files, such as trying to go into the game and give yourself 500,000 Y points. You literally cannot do that. You will get banned. However, using an auto clicker, they have no idea if you're using an auto clicker or not. They cannot tell if you have an auto clicker going because they would have to do very shady things and literally look in your phone, which is, I'm fairly certain, in most places, that's illegal. So they cannot do that. The only risk you have with auto-clicking is if you're using a normal auto-clicker, it might buy something if you're not careful, which is why I prefer smart auto, so it doesn't actually accidentally buy something, just in case. And it's also just really easy. It's very universal. All you have to do for, next event is just freaking change the stage it's going to start on, and then it'll work flawlessly every time. Very useful, which is why I like smart auto clicker better. However, the other downside is that you'll be banned from the Mount Wildwood Discord server. Oh no! Except it's a pretty good chance that the mod who's gonna ban you also auto clicks, like what happened to me. So that's the thing. They also banned my IP, so I can't even make an alt to spy in there because, of course. Whatever. So anyways, as you can tell, it's working flawlessly. It took 14 minutes to set up. So it's a little tedious sometimes, obviously, but it's not really that hard. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Hope you can make your own auto clicker now. And yeah. Bye. Subscribe. Yeah, please. Almost at 900.